Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Travelxp's candid conversation, wherein we make the most of the lockdown. So today we have with us a very renowned blogger of a country, Abhinav Singh. Abhinav, glad to have you on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, my name is Rohan Abhinav. I'm a television presenter and director with Travelxp Channel, and I'll be asking you all the questions today. Okay.
Sure, I'm all prepared. Yes, you can go ahead. Yes,
Okay, so a soul window, that's the handle you run on Instagram, and
right.
you also been considered as the top 25 bloggers of our country. You started a journey wherein basically you were, I was just reading a couple of your blogs, and it mentioned that you were thrown out of your job because you were traveling, and then
Yeah.
eventually you took traveling as your job. मतलब ये
Yeah,
क्या
my boss actually told me,
समझ में नहीं आया मुझे. What was
uh,
it?
like I used to take leaves from my office. Like it used to be as good as everybody else's leave, but I used to go to fancy places, so they didn't like it. so, so they did like tolerate me for some years, and after that, they were like, "I know you travel, you just go and travel more. I mean, we're releasing you. Just go and explore the world." And after that, I actually gave some interviews in different companies which were related to finance where I was working. But I was singing travel songs in front of VP of HR. So that was when I decided no, I don't want to be in finance anymore. I want to do something in travel. Not sure what, but I want to do something in travel.
So prior to getting yourself, as in getting into blogging full time, for how many years did you work on a job or as a 9 to 5 employee?
I was working for like 7 years before being thrown out.
Okay.
Obviously. So, but it was a job which was not up to my not expectation, not up to my temperament. I was not made for that job. So, like most of us don't know what they want to do till they find their true calling. So I was stuck in the wrong job, and once I found my way out, not I found, they showed me my way. They showed me my true calling. I was in depression in the first year, but then I was happy that it happened to me.
So I want to know, sir, what is happening in lockdown right now? क्या हो रहा है quarantine में?
Lockdown, mein, I don't know. First month was like, what's going on? I have no idea because we have not seen anything like this before. So I was totally like not doing anything. I was just washing utensils and wiping floors and dreaming of going to some distant places. And I was missing places like Mumbai, Nepal. So I was making food from Nepal and Mumbai just to relive those memories. And mostly I was like cleaning my drawers because it's a very good opportunity. Like I took 1 month to it took 1 month to strike me that I should be using this opportunity to do something constructive. So I was working on my blog, like the loose ends. I was tightening them up, whatever loose ends I had in my blog. Apart from that, my drawers were very like I have a clean room, but a very messy drawer. That's why I have a clean room. So I was cleaning up the drawers.
So
I was
basically,
cleaning
there
up.
was a lot of cleaning and washing
Yeah,
and stuff like that happening.
and I enjoyed it because I was traveling non-stop for the past 3 4 years. Like I've been living out of my suitcases, so I needed somebody to stop me, and it took a coronavirus to stop me.
Hang in there for a
Yeah,
while now.
yeah.
Okay, but how do you create content, Abhinav? What is that one thing every blogger has its own way of writing, reaching out to people's heart. How do you create content? Or is it you go, you experience, you click photograph, then you come back home, then you go through it, and then you write, or you start writing there and there itself? Okay, how does it happen? Because I'm not into writing. How do you, that's the question. How do you create content?
Like personally for me, like they're digital nomads who travel to different places like Bali and all, and they write from there. But personally for me, I can't do that because when I'm traveling, I want to focus entirely on travel. Like
Hmm.
what I'm eating, I want to focus on what I'm eating right now and not writing about it while I'm eating it because then you don't enjoy your meal, you don't
Hmm.
enjoy the place you are exploring. So personally for me, I never write from the place I'm
Hmm.
traveling into. So I come back home, I assemble my thoughts. I don't even do it immediately after. I take some time, give it some resting period, and then I reflect back. Like, and while reflecting back, I also I make small notes in my mobile because the small details make the story exciting. Like what exactly the lady said to you. The small conversations makes all the difference. So I use those notes to build up the entire story. And like in the initial days, in the blogging is very different. Many people feel that blogging is what you want to say. It is what you want to say, but it's also what people want to hear from you.
Hmm.
So in the initial days, I was like, I was very attached to my travels. Like I would be very me. Like it's normal with all the newbies. So it was always about me and all. I love this place. I love going there. Yeah, you should mention that. But is your audience looking for that place? Like if you love a place, say some small shop in Lucknow, but is the audience really keen to go there? So for that, we have our own tools where we find out what audience wants to
Mhm.
listen from us. So right now, my story style is totally different. Right now, I write for audience, like what my readers would, my reader expects from me. Earlier, it was different because earlier I had no clue what blogging is. I was in it only because I knew my writing is good, my photography is good. I thought so. I thought blogging is just that, but no, blogging is not at all that. Blogging is that, but much more. Like blogging is writing, photography, and marketing, and reaching out to people and understanding what they want from you. If you want to be a professional blogger, if you want to be a hobby blogger, writing and photography is fine.
Yeah, you have been featured with so many different, countries and cities and tourism boards and articles. One of the things what we focus on is um, always my mentors or the CEOs and COOs of the company. They always told me one thing that you know we don't want to portray our country. It all started with our country, okay, to change the mindset of Indians about India, okay, because we take our country for granted. So one
I
of the
know.
things what they said that we want to make India look really beautiful on the world map. So that was one of the main mottos of starting the channel. And eventually now
Right.
that we are in 50 odd countries, they see a completely different India. And now, especially because of the lockdown, it also has forced all of us, in fact all the travelers, to change their content, because now onwards the traveling and the
Right.
content will be a little different, in order to keep your audience engrossed, right? So I want to know, this is what you used to make it before lockdown. What are your thoughts, or what is it going on in your mind, what to create, how to travel, or where to go post lockdown? Have you given a thought about it?
So there will be major changes in the future. So content wise, like I'm doing less of top things to see here, top things to do here. I'm doing less of that. I'm focusing more of maybe history or fact based. Like currently, I did some wildlife posts. So that was like on my Instagram, if you check, I posted a lot of pictures from Uganda, wildlife from Uganda. So everybody loved it. It got a huge response because I was giving them information about animals which nobody knew about. I'm sure if you know about the patas monkey. Patas monkey is an African animal, but nobody talks about it. Everybody talks about lions and rhino and big animals, but nobody talks about the small stuff
Mhm.
animals. So right now, I'm not saying you should do this in Uganda. Right now, I'm telling about information. Like I'm empowering the audience with interesting facts, information. Like my story on Kumari in Nepal. Like why is there a living goddess in Nepal? That might work right now. Then saying do this in Tamil because nobody is going to Tamil right now. But they would be interested to know the life about Kumari because that's a very less talked about topic. So similarly, like wildlife in Uganda, nobody talks about that. Small animals which nobody
Content is
which
going to
doesn't.
change according to the time, and you are definitely changing the content. That's what is going on, right?
I think yes.
Okay.
Because earlier travelers were looking would have found my blog. Now even students can find my blog. Like students who are researching on some topic like wildlife
Correct.
or culture in Nepal.
Mhm.
Now the focus might become different, but Corona is a fast evolving thing, so nothing is permanent. So it will keep evolving as in how the situation improves or deteriorates.
Okay. Abhi, now straight question. No running around the bush. Okay, I'll be absolutely direct to you. How much money does a blogger make every month?
It depends. It depends upon how many years the blogger has spent and how skilled the blogger is. So starting from anything from the newbies, 10,000 to up to 1 or 2 lakhs per month.
per
Personally,
month?
like per month. It depends because not everybody makes that.
Hmm.
So I will not like to create a false picture about around blogging
Hmm.
because most people fall in the lower brackets like 10 to 50
ठीक है.
and it's not easy. And currently, I'm telling you honestly, the blogging income is zero right now,
It's a
and it's
zero right
across the
now.
board.
How many
Across the
hours a day a blogger spends on either his laptop or his mobile? How many hours?
You won't believe me if I say that I spent like around 20 hours earlier, but I don't do
Really?
that right. Yeah, I don't do that right now. I was not sleeping
That is
like 3 years.
addictive.
Like water used to flow from my ear, but I was like, no, I have to get this finished. I was
Mm.
in a mad state of
It's some
mind.
sort
But
of
right,
madness to finish that thing and to put it
I,
out to the public, right? Yeah.
I had that you obsession, junoon, as you say. But right now I've slowed down. But still, I spend most bloggers spend around 10 to 20. For people who think that
Wow.
bloggers have a luxurious life, no, they do get luxurious invites and all, but there's a lot of hard work behind the best of bloggers.
We have been making people aware a lot about sustainable tourism because that's the need of the hour. You know, we need to give business to our local homestays, local people. We need to promote our tourism and to uplift the economy. So, do you take care of all these things when you're traveling, or is it just going understanding? Because I think bloggers are the most responsible tourists of all time because
I know.
they live with the locals, they eat the local food, they share the local stories, they write about the
Right.
local experiences. So how does it happen with you? That's what I think, but what do you think?
So personally, like since I, when I'm on a invite from tourism board something, so obviously I have luxury. But personally, I prefer to stay with not at 5 star, but stay with the local service providers. I like to like empower the local economy. I buy from them. I stay with them. I eat with them. I don't enjoy luxury at all. I get luxury invites, but I don't. I enjoy the small experiences more, like some place in Arunachal. That would give me more satisfaction there, say, than say a resort in Macau or something. So Arunachal is more value for me as a person because I am interacting with locals more. I'm staying with them. I'm eating their food. Like I had a experience in Savant in Kankavali. You might have heard. I'm not
Of
sure. It's
course, I've
near
been to
Goa.
Kankavli.
Oh, really? That's an amazing place. So I stayed at my friend's place. We sat on the kitchen. That was not. We didn't pay them because they were friends. But I like those kind of experiences. We sat with them on the kitchen floor, had poha on the floor,
Okay.
and we slept on their common room. That was very deep experience, deep cultural and immersive experience for me, and without harming the local lifestyle. Because I see hordes of tourists go and take selfies with locals, and they come back posting it on all of social media, and the person who gets clicked with them doesn't get anything in return. So to be sustainable is also to respect the local culture, I feel. To respect the local culture, respect the local people, and empower them by buying from them.
But are you writing something right now from Lucknow?
Yeah, why not? Because I'm doing a lot of bird watching trips. Bird
Bird
watching posts
watching
and wildlife.
from the window.
Yeah, yeah. I love bird watching personally.
Uh,
So I'm doing a lot of editing, and because it's the right time to write and post content which you always wanted to but never could because of lack of time. So I'm doing a lot of wildlife posts. I'm focusing on that. So I'm focusing
Abhinav,
on that
what do you
right.
do to polish your skills to be a better blogger? What do you do? Do you watch? Do you read? What exactly do you do?
I'm very weak in technical part of blogging. Like I feel I'm okay in writing and photography, but technical is still weak in my case. So I keep updating myself with technical advancements or new technologies in blogging, like how to get out there in front of more audience with technology. So I keep polishing myself.
For someone like me who loves traveling, who has an understanding of video blogging, not the writing blogging,
Right.
but who is not that great in writing, do I have any scope in blogging world by any chance? Someone like me.
Yes, I feel like if you are good in blogging, why not focus on that and build a YouTube audience?
Uh,
Because it's not important to be everything. I personally made the mistake. I don't know if it's a mistake or not, but I'm in everything: Instagram, YouTube, blogging. I'm doing everything, and it's very tough to manage all that. But if you are good at one thing, so I would give this advice: just stick to it and build it over time. Since I built
Yeah.
everything, so I'll continue to grow it. But had I known what to do, I would have stuck to one thing and grown it like into a huge audience base or with good content. It's not just chasing audience. You should build good content. Audience will come by itself. Yeah. So
Correct.
you should
Correct.
focus on YouTube if you are good at video.
Rather, right
Build
now
that.
I focus on Travelxp.
Right now, of course.
Okay, I have
But
a
you can
list of.
start.
Sorry.
But if they permit you, you can start along with
Oh,
it.
in
Why
future,
not?
maybe if they allow me, yes, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, I would love to. It's something which a lot of my followers and a lot of my fans do ask me, why don't you start your YouTube channel? Because internet has brought the world so close, and they can,
I know.
over a period of time now, they can वो हक से मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं कि why don't you come on YouTube? We want to see, or we want to read more of you. And as
Right.
a performer, as an entertainer, or as someone who has that information and would like to share it, I also want to do that. But there are certain clauses when you're working with a company and when you
Right.
are an employee. So,
Right. I
but yeah,
understand.
definitely that's something in mind for future.
Yeah. And you already have a good fan base. Like people love you for
No,
your work already on YouTube.
I more than good, I would say loyal. I brand
Yeah.
loyal. You know,
Right. Yeah.
they love me, and I think over a period of time, what happened is when someone new comes in, people judge him. Okay, which is okay, which is absolutely okay.
Right. Right. Right.
But when you kind of relate to them, whether it is writing, whether it is hosting, whether it is travel shows, when they connect with you, the judging part goes back, and then they start loving you. When that loving part comes, then they won't judge. ये टोपी क्यों पहना है, चश्मा क्यों पहना है, बाल ऐसे क्यों है,
Right.
शर्ट
Of
ऐसा
course.
क्यों
Yeah. That
है. It
won't
doesn't
matter at
really
all.
matter, huh?
That won't.
But they want
It's all
more
about
of you.
relationship you build. It's all about
Correct.
relationship you build. It's not chasing
Relationship,
follower. Don't
correct.
chase. Don't
Correct.
chase follower. Never chase follower audience. Build a relationship. They
Build a
would come back.
relationship.
They would get
Correct.
more people with you, with them.
Correct. Correct. So I always believe that you don't build the organizations, you build people, and people build organizations. So
Right.
I'm in the process of building people and maintaining that relationship. Yes, Abhinav, I have a list of some really awesome questions which I'll be asking you. It's a rapid fire question, and you have to be very quick in
Oh, I'm
order to
bad with
think
those.
and in order to speak. Okay, these are wonderful questions. I mean, I would have loved to answer them if they've asked me, but unfortunately, it's you. And this is something which we'll be asking you in segment 3. Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm bad with
Do
this,
it.
but yes. Yeah.
Yes, let's do it. Top 3 beach destination. I know you're not a beach destination guy, but still, I would like to ask you.
No, I still love beaches. So Goa and beaches of Maharashtra, very underrated,
Which
and Thailand.
do you want to be more specific?
Okay, Ganpati Phule in Maharashtra, say Ganpati Phule in Maharashtra,
Okay,
and Padulam Beach in Goa. I love that. I love Padulam at all.
okay.
And uh, any random beach in Thailand because I love that country. So I don't have any favorite beach, but any beach in Thailand.
The second question, your favorite dishes, top 3 favorite dishes. Come on, tell me.
Like Junga Bakri from Maharashtra,
Okay,
and again Vada Pav from Maharashtra. I can have it all day. And simple rajma chawal. I just like simple food. So simple
okay.
rajma chawal and
Now
vada pav.
Junka Bhakar is supposed to be the poor man's meal. Okay, the farmers used to have it on the
Yeah,
field. That's the
right, right,
history of that
right,
thing, and it used to last for a really long time. Vada pav is a
right,
completely different history. Okay, again, that's a poor
right,
man's
right,
burger. Why your dishes are
right,
related to poor man? That's what my question is.
right, right.
So you basically
So I
like
like
you
it.
simple things.
I like to keep it simple
You like to keep it simple. What
and
was the third
minimalist.
thing you
Yeah,
said? Rajma chawal.
rajma chawal. Yeah, that's heaven. I don't want to take any calls when I'm eating rajma chawal. It's like that's sacred for me.
Have you tried the rajma of Kashmir? That side, Jammu, Kashmir,
Yeah, I've tried, but I somehow like Punjab version more. I like
Punjab
that
version.
also, but I
Okay,
like Punjab version.
you like the Punjabi version. All right, from kidney beans to destination. Destination you want to visit. Top 3 destinations you would love to visit in the next coming couple of years.
Peru for sure. Peru in South America and Kenya in Africa and in Asia. I don't know many, but Vietnam for sure. There are many.
Okay.
There's a list I can go on, but
Have
top
you
three
have
I
you been
want
to
to.
any of these countries before? You have not been, right?
No, that's why I want to. That's why I want
Oh, you should go to Vietnam. And if you're going to
to. Yeah,
Vietnam, please make sure you go to Cambodia also. It's very
yeah,
close by. It shares the border.
right, right.
Peru is some place I would like to go. I have not been to South America yet, but I was supposed to go to Peru now in the next 2 months. I think it's kind of like postponed now. And the third
Right.
one, what did you say? The third one?
Kenya, because I love
Kenya.
the
I've never
wildlife.
been to Kenya. I think the closest I've been to Kenya is Ethiopia. Again, an amazing country.
Oh, wow.
If you want to see more of tribes, it has less of wildlife, but more of tribes.
Yeah, right, right.
Ethiopia is the place. Also, I would recommend you one small country if you ever get a chance to film it or visit this place. It's called as Gabon. It's towards the north of
Right.
Africa. It used to be a
It's a
French
very small
colony.
country.
Very small country, French
Yeah, right, right.
speaking population, but amazing. You can go and untouched, simple, and uh, not many people know about this country. So, yeah,
Right. It's really tiny and it's not
very small
in the
and
news all the time.
yeah,
Yeah,
worth a visit, but definitely worth a visit. Okay, destinations you have already visited and you would like to recommend three.
Bhutan, Nepal, India, nothing like it. It's just nearby. But I've been to 11 countries, but I love these countries because I
Why
discover new
Bhutan?
every time.
Why Bhutan?
Bhutan because there's just no other country like Bhutan. Like you will find other Nepal, you'll find other India also somewhere, but there is just no Bhutan elsewhere in the world. It's just very unique.
Very
The
unique.
rest,
I agree on that. Why Nepal?
architecture. Nepal because I've been there many times. I've done my best trek. Like I've done the Everest base camp there. I have lovely memories from Bhutan, Nepal, and the people are very good. It's easy to go from India. Like I can reach from Lucknow to Kathmandu at once in 1,000 rupees by road. So it's
Oh,
cheap, easy, and people are good, and you can talk to everybody in Hindi. So it's a comfort zone. It's my comfort zone, and I
it's your
love
comfort
love
zone.
the.
Perfect. And of course, India. All right. Travel essentials, the three travel essentials you carry while you're traveling.
As you must have found out, I keep it simple. So just camera, my laptop, and my wallet. That's all I need.
Bloggers, apart from you, you really like reading them, you really like following them. Bloggers other than you.
So can I take more than three because I love
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
some.
go ahead.
Yeah. So there's like Amibhat from Thrilling Travel. There's Soumya Nambiar. There is Indrani Ghosh. There's Medhavi Davda, who is known for adventure and all because there are very few adventure bloggers. He's
Mhm.
into adventure, and there are many like the many whose work I love. But these are some of the few bloggers I really follow ardently. I get enough.
Anything in particular would you like to tell our viewers at last?
At last, yes, because I'm getting many questions. Like I'm still getting questions. Says, Abhinav, should we leave our job and travel? Don't do that. Not right now. If
I
you have a
wouldn't
job, you are
recommend that
lucky.
at this point of time. I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah.
What do you think,
If you have a
Abhinav?
job, you are very lucky. So you just keep your job. And if you want to start travel blog, I would also not recommend that right now. But because we never know how things are going to evolve. But you should keep a job. And if you want to start a blog, do it alongside your job. Don't quit and start your blog. You will be in a trouble in the next 1 year or two. So I won't recommend that. But people who have a blog, I don't want them to stop. They should continue doing their blog without expecting any money in return because
Mhm.
it's affecting the entire world. I have many blogger friends in different countries like uh, Netherlands or even Finland, Iceland, America,
Mhm.
London, and even they are suffering. They are not earning anything, but they are holding on to their blogging. They're not as active, like maybe say as active as me, but they're holding on to it. They're not giving up yet. So don't give
Correct.
up yet if you're already established blogger. But I know the same advice I gave: don't quit your job and start a blog.
Perfect. I think that's a sensible advice, Abhinav. Anyways, thank you very much, Abhinav. What a wonderful person you are. And the best thing about you
Thank
is
you,
your simplicity. I think that's the most attractive thing I found is your
thank you so much.
simplicity, the how original you are. So always maintain that. That is something what really attracts us. And all the very best. I have already started following you on your Instagram, and I
Thank
shall
you.
continue to read your blogs and uh, give my feedback to you. I'm sure their blogs are great. I haven't read much, but I'll definitely do that.
And thank you for having me here because it was amazing talking to you. like I really wanted to talk about travel, and you gave me that opportunity. Because
Thank you. Thank you. Your stories were worth listening. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
thank you. Bye. Bye.